Hey everyone, Mr. Devil here, Kenny Danico, 3-time Stanley Cup champion of the New Jersey Devils, and you're listening to the Uncle Puckers New Jersey Devils podcast. Let's go Devils!
What's up, everybody? We are the Uncle Puckers. I'm Chris, the guy to my right, you're left, I guess. The guy in the middle is Bobby, and the guy on my left, and your right probably. No, everyone's left, I guess. My right.
It's my
in
left
that position. No. Well, you're right if you're all facing me. Well, it's Tim anyway. So preseason's over, boys. The next one counts.
Next one counts.
I do want to. We're gonna dive into some fun Devil stuff, but before we do, it's our 10 minutes of bullshitting time. So how's everybody doing?
Rob,
I'm doing good. Yeah. It's been a long trip to Denver.
How was Denver? Yeah.
Denver is tiring. There's no sleep for me in Denver. The altitude and that particular hotel and the bed, I'm not getting through my sleep pattern. It's start waking up at 4 or 5 o'clock. You're going all day. You can't sleep in the morning. So it's good. Otherwise it was good.
Do they drug test you where you work?
Not me personally, but
weed.
I don't think
to go buy some edibles in Denver. Eat them before you go to sleep. Watch some TV. Trust me, you'll sleep like a baby.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So that's my recommendation.
It was good, but then right back into the hockey. Once we got here, I got to watch the first period of the preseason game today before heading off to the rink, and it was a very interesting game because we were playing the Junior Flyers girls team, which is the Junior Flyers organization is a tick above the DVHL that we're in.
It's not really nice to say that we were playing the Junior Flyer girls team. I mean, they won in a shootout, but
the New Jersey Devils were not.
Oh, you guys,
the Quakers were. And
were they wearing? Were they look like that?
Yeah, pretty much.
There you go.
It's the JR. But the interesting thing is our best player, who happens to also be one of the Junior Flyer female players, had to play for that team because that's her primary travel team today. So not only did we lose her, she's not our she didn't lead us in goals. She's second, but she's definitely the best. She's an 11-year-old girl who can cut through the ice like Scott Niedermayer at will and come into a breakaway pretty much every time she wants. She's absolutely the best player on our team, and we had to play against her today. So, of course, she got the second goal, and then she netted the empty netter to kind of seal it away. The good news was this was a good test for our team, and had we had her on our team, or if she was at least not even playing for that team,
right,
we would have won. So it was a good test, and the kids did all right. And then tomorrow,
empty netter implies it was a close game.
Yes, at that point it was 4-3. It was 4-1. It was 4-0, I believe. The guys came all the way back to make it 4-3. So it wound up being good. In the middle there, it was like mush, man. It was like one of those games you're watching, this team can't get any traction. This is boring. Yeah. What's going on? The shots were 3 times.
Like the Yankees today.
Oof.
Oh. Let's not talk about that.
10-1? Yeah.
10-1. That was brutal, man.
At least it's not the playoffs or anything.
Yeah, not like it's game 1
we're in the
5-game and ALDS series or anything. But I mean,
at least
they'll
we
be
didn't
fine.
sign $400 million worth of players and not make the playoffs. So there's that.
Who are you talking to? I know a lot of teams like that. Are you talking to me?
What?
So
Who?
Robbie's bench toss just chimed in. Don't know if you guys are watching Tampa at Florida. I'm not. I don't know if the guys are, but it's a total shit show. 16 power plays for Florida. A goal came off the board for an ineligible player who got a misconduct. It was Mikko Mikkola, but still played. He says it's madness. Wow, that sounds like fun.
Hang on. I'm about to text you guys the penalty sheet.
Like a travel league game.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I texted you guys the penalty sheet because it's fucking hilarious.
I cannot wait for the regular season, man. The next one counts, and I cannot wait for it. And Tim,
there have been a lot of very violent preseason games.
Dude, that is crazy. This is
crazy, right?
This is absolutely insane.
116 minutes in penalties,
and they don't even have their biggest mouth breather asshole on Florida.
They do not.
So Tim, Yeah, total for Tampa was 27 penalties for 113 minutes. That can't be right. No. Can it? Total combined, 113 minutes.
Yeah.
And then Florida had 22 for 91 minutes. But so you went hunting Amish people today. You want to explain that to us?
No. One of my college roommates lives in Baltimore, which is...
He's Amish. He's not Amish?
No, he was in the city of Baltimore, which is a metropolitan area with big buildings and infrastructure, a harbor. We used to have ESPN Zone, which was fucking awesome, and now it doesn't.
Did you know that New Jersey is the only state in the union that had the entire state is designated urban? There are no quote unquote rural areas in New Jersey.
It's funny because I don't agree with that.
True.
Obviously,
no, I don't either, but it's true.
Plenty of rural area.
I mean,
beautiful rural area that we don't get credit for.
Yeah, I mean, well, except on the license plate and the nickname.
That's true. Go ahead,
so my buddy who lives in Baltimore he got his son a shotgun for the kid's birthday. So the kid,
not till you're 8, son.
Yeah. So the kid got a little bloodlust and wanted to kill some small animals. Since this friend of mine, his parents have a farm in Pennsylvania that they could go to, but he'd need to get a separate license in Pennsylvania. It's a little more complicated, and he'd have to go through a proxy because he doesn't have a Pennsylvania residence. So he could just come up to Maryland to our farm. So wandered around the farm, let the kids shoot at some birds. We're looking for groundhogs, didn't find any. So it was fun. Just let the kid experience his new little shotgun.
Why would you shoot a groundhog?
Is it because of winter?
They're pretty bad
6
around
more
here.
weeks, my ass, motherfucker.
It's not the
cute.
It's not the not really.
Very cute.
So my dog, I have a pit bull, and the other dog is like some mix of something. He's clearly got some hunting dog in him. So the other day, I was doing some weed whacking, and I heard him just barking away. I know I'm constantly fucking weed whacking.
Is that what you call it? Weed whacking?
Thank you. One of us had to do it.
Timmy Jergens was weed whacking again.
I know I do it a lot, guys. Yeah.
So while I was using my
kept barking, had to go out
of weed
while I'm weed whacking.
Yes. Continue. Come on.
All right. So while I'm weed whacking, I hear the dog yapping away at something, and he's a barker, so I'm kind of ignore it. But I'm like, this is a little weird. He doesn't usually just go on and on and on like this. So I'm looking around. It's it takes a little bit to find him where he is on the property and just be like, the fuck are you barking at? So he's just sitting there barking. He's in the corner of our farm field. They just harvested, so the field is empty now, except for this one little patch of overgrown grass. He's barking at something in there. I walk over, and he's face to face with this fat little Buddha fucking groundhog who's just sitting on its back haunches, just looking at him like this. And he's right in his face, rah, 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 rah. This groundhog's just not fucking doing anything, which kind of, when you see a groundhog during the day and that is just sitting there like that, that makes you a little bit nervous, because that means it's something's fucked up in the head with it. So I had to call him over, and then I got close to the groundhog, and I was like, I don't want this thing to bite me. That's the last thing I need is rabies to go along with poison ivy and the other fucking bullshit that happened to me, besides the spider bite I got today on my leg. And, how am I need to go back to whacking my weeds. So that's why I would like this kid to kill a groundhog. But the shotgun he has I think it would have been a little bit traumatic if he actually did shoot a groundhog, because this thing would, it's 20 gauge. So probably, there would be very little groundhog left if he actually shot it. So this kid sucks at shooting. So he missed every bird that he shot at. And we're like, oh, shucks. And then we went out and got cheesesteaks.
Ah, nice. Nice. My dogs, my two dogs at one point in my old house, they had both gotten into a scrap with a groundhog, and that groundhog messed them up, man. They were all bust. Like they didn't kill the groundhog, but that groundhog was fighting, man. Both the dogs had big scratches on it, bleeding. It was pretty. What was that?
It was the
Marshall.
I wasn't home. Karen called me up. I was at work, and she's freaking out. Like, the dog's cornered a groundhog in the back, and yeah, it was
It
pretty.
held its own.
Yeah, it held its own for sure.
Can you guys block Mike Ruff for the rest of the show?
Nope. Yankees are ass, and I'm all here for it. And I'm guessing you are rooting for the Maple Leafs, the Blue Jays in that one.
No.
But
Marshall, come here. So this is the vicious attack dog.
Oh, hello, Marshall.
Marshall, say hi.
Cutie.
So this guy, I have a video of him grabbing a groundhog by the neck, tossing it in the air like 20 feet and killing it. So.
My dogs never caught anything. They chased squirrels and chipmunks and stuff, but they never caught anything. So my week was normal, but I did. So when I'm at work, I have a very mindless, mundane job majority of the time, and been doing it so long I could essentially do it in my sleep. So like I like to just go on YouTube if I'm not watching like sports stuff, or in between like the Devils game and the Yankee game today, and I go through, I watch like science shit or just stupid stuff, comedians,
alien stuff.
I like science stuff and alien shit. So I kind of fell into this flat earther rabbit hole. Now, not only did I not realize that like flat earth is still something that people believe, I am shocked at the amount of people that still believe this. And most of the stuff I watched wasn't just like some dumb, like I can't just listen to some flat earther out there spewing lies. I like to listen to like debates between them and actual scientists, actual educated people. And it's hysterical because it was fun and all that. And I laughed at these people, but it was also sad. What is that?
Or what is that crazy feedback?
Yeah, what is that? I don't know.
I'm not hearing anything.
I'm muted, so it's not me.
It's Tim.
It's Tim.
Yeah, it was something on your end, Tim. It's gone now.
I don't know. Maybe my dogs. I was scratching my dogs and they walked away. I don't know.
So, but that's fine. So the thing that really kind of afterwards got me sad was like, we are never going to get any further as a species if we are in 2025 still litigating the facts of whether or not the Earth is a sphere. It was crazy. Like these people.
It's more of an oblongish sphere.
No, it's a perfectly round sphere. I mean, yes, it is. It's a perfectly round sphere. Gravity will always make whatever in space end up a perfectly round sphere. You take a big mound of snow and start clumping it together. What does it end up being? A sphere. Gravity, bitch.
Flat sphere.
Flat sphere. So one guy
it's wider at the equator, but whatever.
From upstate New York.
It's not
Tim's actually right. It does bulge out a little bit because its rotation is constantly making it kind of like a slinky. So
it's constantly whacking its weeds.
Exactly. So there's this guy from upstate New York who had this video, and he said, "I'm going to prove to you right now that this," and he holds up like this little toy globe. He's like, "It's nothing more than a toy and a propaganda tool." Called it a propaganda tool. That like having them in classrooms, having them in like nurseries for little babies, it's all propaganda. It's I guess big sphere. I don't know who's in charge of this, but so it's some big tool. So he took a glass of water and he said, if the Earth was a sphere and we are supposed to believe that there is water all over the Earth, 70% of the Earth is covered in water. So that means that there is water on the bottom of the sphere. The bottom, right? Because the Earth has a bottom.
There's no bottom, right?
There's no bottom. But
no bottom.
So he took the glass of water and dumped it over and said, that's proof that the Earth is flat, because the water on the bottom and all the people that are upside down are would be falling into space.
Yeah. We got to take this science class.
Honestly, we need to get these people fucking passports to go to other countries and send them to places because they're fucking stupid. And this is why we wind up with all of the politicians that we wind up with on both sides of the aisle. These fucking idiots. All of them are dumb. All of them.
Planets being spheres is definitely the biggest.
Oh, actually, Jay Snow dropped what it says. It's an oblate. It's a good word.
Oblate? Is that okay? I like that. The Earth is an oblate.
I do like a good omelet.
Yes. No, the experiments never work, and then you show them an experiment, like proving that the Earth is a orbit, and they don't believe it. And you could show them right there. That is fucking bullshit. What?
Dude, we could take them up now and show them.
You could.
People just take you up there and go, look.
But they don't believe in space. They don't believe space exists. They don't believe gravity exists. They believe the Earth and the Moon are the same distance from the sun because when you look at them at certain times, one guy took pictures of the sun and the moon. He said, I took these today, put them next to each other. He's like, they're both the same exact size. And you're trying to tell us that one of those is 93 million miles away? Because it's like 300 times larger than the Earth.
We have figured this out. We need to move on. We need to stop wasting our time.
That's my point, right? And then, unfortunately, I kind of got into a like parallel rabbit hole on creationism. I'm not even going to talk about that right now. But
no, let's not do that.
Dave Matthews said it. Never right side up or upside down. That's just some crazy shit right there.
That's true.
Right? So he said it. It's true. He also said 9 planets around the sun. Just want to say I'm still Team Pluto, although Neil deGrasse Tyson has recently convinced me that, in fact, if Pluto were actually a little bit closer to us, like 70% of it would melt away. And it's just like this really tiny little rock. It's like a third of the moon. So, yeah.
But there's also something else outside of Pluto that may or may not now be a planet. Anyway. So let's since this is a hockey show.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. So last night, Jay Snow brought something up. So I watched the Penn State-Arizona State game. Looked like it was filmed on a VHS camcorder from 1986.
Yeah, it did.
But through the grainy footage, I watched, tried to get a glimpse of our guy, Ben Keevan, who got drafted in the second round this year. But it was also against Gavin McKenna, who was on Penn State. And he's nasty. He's really, really fucking good. But an interesting side story is there's this kid, Charlie Serrato, who is a Maryland kid, actually, from the great hockey state of Maryland. And he had 5 points last night against Arizona State. So, and fun fact about Charlie Serrato, so remember this name because he's going to score goals against us because he got drafted by the Carolina Hurricanes. 1 pick before Ben Keevan, who was our pick in the second round.
Yeah. So what did you guys think of the Utica Comic game we watched today? I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thought the boys played pretty freaking good.
I mean, that was most of the Flyers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it was Sanheim, Zegras, Drysdale, Michkov, Konechny.
They were all in there. I think they said Frost and who else was the other guy? There was like Frost and one other dude that weren't there. And but basically, the whole team was in. And other than Cotter and Gritzuk, we didn't have. And Glendening, I guess, right? Because we're guessing he makes the team.
They showed Dadenoff on a lineup too, off the top like ticker, but I didn't know. I only saw the first period, so
he was hurt. He's hurt.
Dadenoff's not hurt. No, Dadenoff's mixed up with. I wouldn't be surprised if he was hurt. Everybody else is already.
Seems like it. No, Dadenoff didn't play.
They held their own. Jake Allen made some outrageous saves to keep in the game. Like he's mid-season form. He made one incredible glove save. Sanheim beat him high, and then he was like, "I'm never getting beaten up there again." Then he made that one back diving save.
That was gorgeous.
It was great. Molosky made a nice play on that one in front of the net to tie up. I think it was Konechny's stick. So it was good. Just I'm done with the preseason. Let's fucking get this thing started.
It was a nice little appetizer, though, to kind of see what Utica will be putting out on the ice, and we've mentioned it before, but they will be putting a quality product out on the ice this year.
So, serious question though. Next year we're going to 4 preseason games.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
84 regular season games.
I mean, is that really enough for our guys to warm up? I mean, they don't really play all 6 anyway, like the key guys, right? Usually it's like on off, right? Maybe they got 3 of them, some of our guys, top guys.
I think that
they're a little short to kind of warm up for a season.
I guess they're probably just going to play everybody all 4 games.
Yeah.
And
that's what I mean.
keep
like
it
you gotta your penultimate or at least your last game are usually your full roster, one or the other, right? It's like we've basically most of the roster was the game before this one. I mean, if you do that by game 3, that's it. You're done and you're ready to go for the regular season. It just seems short.
Oh, but that feedback is
I don't know what it is. I don't hear it.
You hear it, right, Bob?
I do hear it. It's very annoying.
But when I mute Tim, it goes away. So it's definitely on his end. So, but now it's gone again. So okay. I don't know. Maybe they'll do what. I mean, they already played.
Is it still there?
No, you're good right now, dude. So they only play teams that are close by, so they don't have to do a lot of travel. Well, we do. I mean, it sucks if you're Vancouver, no matter who you play. So they're going to have to travel. Maybe you just pick like one team and you scrimmage against that one team. Or for us, I guess we can do, the Islanders, the Flyers, the Rangers like we normally do. But I don't know what they would do.
I guess what I'm saying is with 4 games, what you're losing is the ability to kind of analyze who you kind of know aren't on the team or trying to get on the team. You know what I mean? Because now you got to prioritize getting your main roster ready just a little bit more than if you had that extra couple of games. And we had 7, didn't we, this year? Just because.
Well, we had 7.
Yeah, it's like 6.5. Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to change. I'm just curious how you feel about it because it just seems like maybe they're just each star player might only get like 2 full games now, or they change it up. I don't know.
Personally, I think an 84 game regular season schedule is a bit much. I just don't know why. Like this one, like all the other rule changes and everything in the new CBA makes sense. And I guess, 2 more regular season games is 2 more paydays for the owners. I get that. But at the same time, like, is that the only reason? Because like there wasn't any major reason to take away 2 preseason games and add 2 more. So was it just that? Was it just a financial reason? Because I can't find any other benefit for it.
They're not
it's
about how it was going to affect the standings or some new calculation of points. They're just arbitrarily going, I like 84 now.
Yeah. Yeah, so
I mean the season used to be 80 games and it used to be 78 games. So
I think
exactly. So when does it stop?
Right. Like I think, and same with expansion. But like 82, right, 162.
It will take 11 months and 3 weeks to play the NHL season. Everybody gets 7 days off.
Actually, if you even have your normal postseason, then you would probably just overlap. You'd be ending the season. The 2 teams that are in the final. The 2 teams that are in the final will be playing final games while everyone else starts week 1.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
No, I think 82 in the 4 preseason games or 6 preseason games rather is a sweet spot. I think it's I don't know why they changed it. If anything, I would start the season. I've said this before. I would start the season earlier, maybe 2 weeks earlier, ending it 2 weeks earlier, because really when it gets down to June and there's 2 teams left, late May and early June, and the weather's breaking and people staying light out until 8:30 at night, like it's hard to get people that aren't diehards at that point. Like I do think if you kind of maybe ended it before Memorial Day, you might get a little bit more traction.
Yeah. Maybe. Sorry.
Yeah, you're a mess tonight.
Fine, I'll leave. Fuck, I had a good point too. No, yeah, I mean it's what Jason. It's just more money. The gate revenue obviously is better for preseason games.
Robot mode.
This is a very pucker episode.
Yeah, it really is.
This is shades of year 1 right now.
Major technical difficulties right now. All right, I'm gonna click them off. Maybe he'll hex off and come back on. I don't know here.
Hope he knows.
Let's see. Is he back? Tim, can you hear us? All right, let's remove him, and then he'll come back on. Yeah, if it's a decision that's made strictly for financial benefits to people that already have way too much money, I that doesn't do anything for me.
I mean,
That just
and
pisses me off.
it's 2 more total games. So by my math, that means each team gets 1 more home game. So it's 1
Right.
more home game of revenue, which I know is in the millions. Don't get me wrong. Like I get
Right.
it.
Oh, is he
But
back?
still, anyway, I digress. We don't need to beat it down.
Tim, are you with us? Fuck's sakes, what happened? And now he's gone. Okay, so we'll wait for him to actually come back in. Yeah, so I mean, so you only saw the first period today.
Yes, I liked what I saw from the guys that were playing, but unfortunately, it's hockey after that. So
LaChance and Hamaniho had a great goal. They teamed up for a beautiful goal.
that's the last goal I saw. That's the one, the pass right just over the crease, kind of
Yes.
threaded through. Yes, I did get to see up to that. Yeah.
Hey, did you watch any of the face off inside the NHL stuff that came
I
out?
saw you guys texting about that. I have not yet put that on.
I'm only 2 episodes in. I'm just warning you. The second episode is very Johnny Gaudreau centric, and shit, man, it really does pull at your heartstrings a little bit. It's like because it's mostly about like his closest friends on the team. Like Monahan and then his wife, and all the kids, and how she fucking found out she was, telling everybody she was pregnant after his death, and all the tributes and everything that everybody did. It's a well done show. The first one was very Chuck centric. This one is Blue Jacket and Gaudreau centric.
That's what I mentioned to you guys a couple weeks ago. Like I saw something on the NHL Network, and we all knew it was tragic at the time. We all knew, certainly he was a good guy. We also had our time while he was playing, and you didn't think anything tragic like this was going to happen. Where it's like, oh, screw that guy, he didn't come here or whatever. But like, I mean, I heard he was a good guy, but I didn't realize like, no, he was like legit, seriously, like a totally good dude. You know what I mean?
He was.
Yeah, just off the charts, like nice guy, thinking of other people all the time. Like you don't get that a lot,
I mean, we talked about it about probably this time last year, right? Like everywhere he went, he became like one of them. He was like Boston's own, and then Calgary, and of course we always claim him too. And then Columbus, like everyone's like, no, he's from here, and everybody. That's how because he just had such a great effect around the community and around everybody else. He was a super dude, and that was kind of tough to watch. But the show itself is really well done. So Jay Snow just said, you guys see Mark Sanchez got fucked up outside a bar. I know he got arrested. He got stabbed. Like he's not having a good day.
Yeah. Tim was going to lead that story. We were actually supposed to start with that, not 30 minutes of our crap, but here we are.
That's right. What happened? Do you know the story?
I don't know. I was at the rink and someone just turned to me. He's like, you hear Mark Sanchez got stabbed? I'm like, just now I did. I don't know, where that came from, and didn't even know where he was, quite frankly.
Yeah, I think Tim has the details. He just said he'll be back in a minute. So his computer's, I guess, freaking out. But it's so Devil's question. We'll get back to the Mark Sanchez thing when Tim comes back. But
I know where you're going.
You know where I'm going with this, right?
I know exactly where you're going because I can't figure it out, but go on.
Where is Stefan Nason fitting in this lineup?
Yeah. I'm staring at the presumed, day one roster, as far as I know, with health and everything right now. And if he were to come back in time, it's not as easy as saying you could just go by name, right? Like, okay, it's Stefan Nason. We got him for a reason. So Glendening, you're gone.
But
right?
he doesn't play. You're moving Paul Cotter to center on the fourth line.
I mean, can you even do that on a fourth line? I mean, I guess Nason's gonna get a spot, but it's not that simple anymore. We always assumed something else was going to happen. Somebody was getting cut, traded, moved, especially with how we get Luke's money in. Does it have to be a Mercer, like Palat, all that stuff? But no, none of that happened.
No.
So unless somebody's just going to step up in a center role they're not really equipped for, I don't. But he has to get on the team.
Because really, the only spot, I'm glad Tim is here now. So all right, Tim, what's up? Are we good now, buddy?
It's fucking always an adventure, man.
It does seem that
I
way.
don't know,
doesn't it?
like I have a wireless mouse and it just stopped working, and then my keyboard, which is Bluetooth, stopped working. So I had to use my laptop thing, and then
So
everything
what we're
broke.
going to do is Chris and I are going to move to farms so we can level the playing field. So you won't be the only person constantly
Honestly,
freezing and totally
I-
dead railing the show.
I don't think it's.
all the
I
listeners
honestly
will
don't
love
think
that.
it's my internet connection. I just think it's my laptop.
It's your state.
Yeah,
it's your
that's-
state.
I
where
got
you
to
are.
that point, Tim. I got to that point.
It's just like I make all the. I have so much memory taken up on my computer from making all of these Snake Draft graphics.
See, it is a pucker problem. We need to reach
Do
into
our
Pucker
should buy me a
profit.
new computer.
and get you could put that through
No.
accounts
Now that-
payable or no.
Now, can I say something about new laptops? By the way, do you know
I don't think he can say something about new
I think
laptops.
StreamYard's also glitching out.
You're the only one that's glitching out right now, unfortunately.
My laptop, I'm just talking about a new laptop. My laptop's like, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I'm not going anywhere. My laptop's becoming fucking sentient right now. This is
There you
fucked
go.
up. No, so I think
You really don't
I think
wanna
part of
buy
the problem
another
is like I
laptop,
have
do you,
another
Tim?
monitor here. I have like
We're just
a
never
ring
gonna
light,
know, are we?
a bunch of shit. There it goes again, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Laptop, you're the best laptop in the world. You're the best.
Thank
I
you,
love
Timothy.
you. I want to go whack my weed with you.
All right. Tim's gonna deal with that, and we're gonna just continue the conversation. And Tim, jump in. We're talking about Stefan Nason and the fact that we can't quite figure out where he fits in this lineup. And now Bobby had brought up the only thing that makes any sense, and this I don't even think it makes any sense, would be Glendening is not on this team, or he's sitting, and you move Cotter over to center and you put Nason on that fourth line. The problem with that is how good Gritzia, Cotter, and Glendening have looked this preseason. I would really like to see the three of those guys together. It really can have a fourth line that can actually score some goals and do some damage. I don't know where Nason fits in.
So Timmy, help us. Where do you put the man?
I thought about that, Rob.
I don't know either.
I thought about that too.
I mean, I don't think we have to worry about that for a month.
No, well, hopefully not. I mean, but it does seem like he's going to be practicing with the team soon.
No, look. I mean, Gritz has been great in the preseason, but remember, it's been the preseason, and like a lot of these games have been against like AHL-ish rosters that he's been successful against. So it's
all right,
just see how it plays out. Like these things tend to work themselves out.
Right now, that's very true. You're very right about that. But right now, on that fourth line wing, Bobby, who would you prefer, Gritzuk or Nason?
I mean, listen, I'm convinced in the upside I've seen from Gritzuk. I am. I believe he will have a very functional year in the NHL. I think I can easily pencil him in for 20 goals. I really do. I want him on the team. So right now I want Gritzuk on the team, but I want Nason on the team too. He brings an element I absolutely think
you have to pick one. It's Sophie's choice, dude. Pick a fucking player.
All right. I mean, long term, good of the team. It might be Stefan Nason then. I think that when it comes to crunch time in that middle of the year and you're digging through and you need leadership and you're heading towards the playoffs, I would go with Nason.
Okay, Tim.
No.
What?
No, I'm not making a choice. I'm not making a choice.
All right. Oh, come on. Just for fun. Who would you
Okay, so Nason was back skating in a full contact jersey, but Keith did say he's still going to be out for a while. So
okay, but
a month or so.
Okay, but what do you
I think the argument is Dawson Mercer coming out of the lineup, and Dawson Mercer makes $4 million. We are going to be in LTIR by $4 million before Kovacevic comes back.
Yeah,
I think he might be on a pretty short leash. So I think it's But it also depends on Gritsuk, and Cotter may be the 13th guy. Like, I mean, Cotter's kind of a knucklehead of a hockey player, you know.
No,
He's good.
I think we all understand situational, like what's going on with the team, and that could be a possibility and a move. But the game and the question was, what do you do if you had to? You don't want to answer. I get it, because it's so hard, right? There's so many levels of moves that could happen for this to all change. Not to mention an injury. Like, we just don't know. Which is why the question is that complicated. It's all things being equal and healthy. Is there a place for this guy on the roster? If so, who comes out? Not who can get traded. Who comes out?
We've been talking about this all summer. It's there. While we are short, a probably a top 6 forward, we also have one too many forwards.
Right.
And who knows? If there could be some sort of Nason, Gritsuk, Cotter 3-man wing rotation on the 4th line. You know, I mean, Nason's coming back from a groin injury. You ease him in. Gritsuk's a rookie. You know, he played 6 preseason games already. You know, what's he going to look like after 40 games? You know, Cotter, you know, went games on end without fucking doing a goddamn thing. Same with Mercer. You know, it's like they'll figure out ways to bring guys in, have guys out, bring guys in, have guys out, you know. And I think it will work itself out, but I think just looking at the roster, someone is on the way out, and I don't know what Fitz is thinking in that regard.
No, and I agree. Someone is on the way out. It's the only thing that kind of makes sense, because I think every Devil fan thinks that Gritsuk absolutely deserves to be on this main roster. He has shown enough that to be given that chance. And I'm confident. I'm with you, Bob. Like, if he gets that chance, I don't think this kid's going to be dog shit. I love this kid. I love everything about his personality. I love his game. And just, he
was the must watch of the preseason.
Yeah,
my eyes were on him even when Josh and Nico were out there. I
think Gritsuk led the NHL in scoring in the preseason.
That's amazing.
I mean, he played every game. Yep. Not everybody did that. But the other thing, you know, if Glendenny's going to be coming in on a PTO, he's 37 years old. Do we move Glass down to 4C, Mercer to 3C, and then that frees up that? You know, that's another kind of lineup option that Keith has. So I think he's just going to go with, look, as corny as it sounded when he said it, he's creating competition. You know,
it definitely is.
I'd rather have too many guys than not enough.
It's a good problem to have. Yes, I was just going to say that it is a good problem to have, and especially now you watch the game like today, and you see Hamaniho, and you see LeChance, and you see Edwards, and you see all these guys, and it's like we have some depth. Now this team has all the skill and all the weapons to really compete. You know, go deep into a playoff run. If you need that extra piece, you do have guys. If you feel like you can really make a run and go and get them, and these are legit guys. These are guys that are really close to being NHL everyday players. I like where this team is right now.
Yeah, and it's like, are we really getting through the season without injuries to anyone? Like, I mean, come on, we couldn't even get through the fucking preseason, and half our right side of our decor is dead.
It's brutal. Yeah. I mean, and Casey sounds like this is pretty serious.
It was one of those things, and I think maybe they learn from it. And it's kind of funny, this sports science guy that they brought in, I guess he's still building his spreadsheet because everybody's fucking hurt. But it may have been like his recommendation or like what they saw happen with Halla. Remember, Halla constantly had like a nagging injury. And that's how it was described, as something that was nagging him. So it's like, get him off the skates, get him off the ice until it's gone. Because, there's no point
to Tennessee.
So, I don't know. Like, we have a surplus of defensemen that are really good. But we have an extra forward, but need a better forward as an extra forward. So it's weird, trading Mercer kind of sucks because we lose the 20 goals. But also if we traded Palat's 16, 17 goals, so he's not that far behind. You lose that too. So I don't know what they're going to do. We'll see. But I do want to say I think these things do tend to work themselves out.
Agreed. So other than those two names that we're trying to factor into the roster, would there be one other guy that you want on this team, maybe based on preseason, maybe just based on like your own other analytics, that you would also throw into this argument? Anybody that impressed you? Anyone in any other year, if we had the space, you'd be like, this guy makes the team? Because I have one.
I would probably go with LeChance.
Yeah,
LeChance should. He will probably be the first to get LeChance.
Yeah.
Got him. The other guy is Legaray. I fucking love this kid, man. He's
yes.
He
I like
is
him
just
too.
he's just like everything. Everything about his game. He makes an impact. You notice him. You know, he's a menace. He's got good offensive instincts. He scored a great goal against the Islanders. It's just everything about him, and I think Keefe notices him too. You know, but I think it would be LeChance, Legaray, and you know, I haven't seen enough from Hamaniho yet. I think he needs some more seasoning.
Yeah, I think a lot will be about him in the AHL, where that's
my guy.
Hamaniho?
It's just like a gut feeling type of guy. I know there hasn't been anything amazing or whatever. It's just a feel, you know, like for me, it was just, I don't know. There's something about watching him, just eye test kind of guy that if again, in another year where he's just kind of that one young kid coming up, he's the guy going on the fourth line. I could just see a fit there, you know, and I think I definitely see a fit there with this team down the road for sure. But he's another guy, if we had a vacancy, and maybe it wouldn't be the ideal guy because we'd want somebody with like a Nason kind of body of work, but I would take him in there.
Yeah, I like him a lot too. There were quite a few guys that I look, they took pretty much the Flyers A team to the shootout today. They played really, really well, and I think the Devil fans, we can kind of rest easy that the depth now, like we went through all the trades and wondering where these guys are coming from in the drafts and all that. Now we actually have a lot of these guys here. I mean, there's still a few, I think, like Sileoff or however you pronounce his name, Yegorov, like those are the next two. But
we don't have any particular like A plus prospects on the way, you know, like, but we have a lot of like middle six solid B plus prospects on the way that are going to fill out that middle and depth of our line.
And that's how you win Stanley Cups. You know, you got the core, you got the main guys, these guys that are over the next 5 or 6 years that are going to be stepping in and hopefully having big parts in this team. It's exciting.
Yeah, and Fitz did pull off a trade yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
So we do know that he does have that capability.
Yeah.
We do know that
it's
apparently
a good move. It's a good, nice, under the radar move that freed up, what'd you say, about $1 million?
No, well, the guy, yeah. Well, it'll free up.
Yeah, about $1 million.
They put this guy through waivers, McEwen, but the difference in salary is like $300,000 or something like that. But they're both not going to be on the NHL roster. So,
well,
that's good.
I came across some Ottawa fans on YouTube, and they were talking about this trade. Did something happen in the Ottawa-Montreal game with the brothers? What the hell's their name?
The Jack-Eye brothers.
Jack-Eye brothers and this guy that we just picked up. Does anyone know anything about that? Because they kept going on about, like, finally we have a guy that can beat the shit out of Jack-Eye brothers, and going on about McDermott being such a badass and one of the toughest guys in the league. All that's true, and I just commented nicely, Devil fan here, but yeah, he's kind of a crippled turtle in thick mud and like Bambi on ice. So enjoy it.
Yeah, I guess Jack-Eye beat the shit out of McEwen. So
oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, Jack-Eye beat the shit out of McEwen. So all the Ottawa fans like, oh my God, we finally got someone who can fight. And it's like, just wait and see, pal. Yeah. But McEwen actually is somewhat capable of actually playing the game that he plays professionally.
Yeah.
He does fight, apparently not very well, but whatever.
At least he fights.
Yeah. Like sometimes like having a fighter, the point is like getting into the fight.
Right.
Like
did
that's
either of you guys Did either of you guys throw on the Avalanche Dallas game today by any chance?
No, I didn't.
I don't know who their respective heavyweights are. I don't know their names. If you said them, I'm not going to say it. But there was a tilt that started off awesome, dude. It was just as soon as the tilt started, the guy on Dallas just one hand knocked this guy to the ground. Solid punch, but he got right back up, and they connected like old school, like bangers, dude. It was a good fight, man. Look that way.
AHL guys trying to get their name.
Couldn't even tell you. They could be NHL for all I know. I can't follow the West that much, but it was killer.
Something came across my timeline today that was I think it was Troy Crowder and Bob Probert. A Troy Crowder Bob Probert fight. And I was like, oh man, nobody fucking throws them like this anymore. There's nobody does.
This wasn't a long fight, but it was just kind of a few connections
bombs
that were just really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
well, listen, I mean, I know we're gonna record on Monday, hopefully on Thursday, either before or after the game, but like Thursday night, man, this is awesome. I am so freaking psyched, and I'm telling you, this team is we're going to beat the shit out of Carolina. Not even going to be close. That building is going to be silent by the 10 minutes in.
So you're going like a 5-1 type win. You're going.
I just hope we don't fucking get shut out.
Because that's what's going to happen. We're getting fucking shut out.
That's the one thing. It's like just as soon as does anyone else think like that? Like at any point in a game, as soon as we score, no matter where we are, at least we're not going to get shut out. Like even if it's 2 seconds in, I'm like, all right, we're not getting shut out. Don't know how this game's going to end, but we're not.
It's just like it happens like this with this team in general, and I've noticed it a couple times in preseason where they have a really good first period, tons of chances, tons of shots, and nothing goes in. And it's like, can we not fucking do this again, please? Can we like get on the board in the first 10 minutes? Like just
I'm nowhere near this level of concern with this team yet. They haven't played a single game. I'm all optimism going forward, man. We're undefeated, blah, 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 all that crap. I really do think this is a bounce back year, and it starts with Carolina. So no.
Chase knows infecting my brain with negativity.
We're not getting shut out.
We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. This is a really good
I think we have a really good lineup. We have a really good hockey team with great goalies. Jake Allen was incredible today. I think that's a really good sign because Markstrom's been fine. Would love to hear what is going on with Pesci. I think that's a pretty important guy.
It didn't look good. I mean, it definitely looked like it was
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say it looked like it was a knee injury, and those are really sketchy. And
I think it was from a blocked shot. It looked like he took a shot off the ankle.
To me, and I saw it quick, it looked like he was just kind of making a turn, and his leg kind of buckled a little bit.
It looked like I think he took a shot off the ball of the ankle, which fucking sucks. But like most of these defensemen these days have these plastic shot guards on their skates. I don't know if Pesci does or not. But I hope he does because he's an absolute warrior in terms of blocking shots.
We don't know anything about his status for Thursday night. So let's say he doesn't play Thursday. Is that Kowalski's spot?
Maybe.
Edwards? Would you put him in?
I thought it was pretty much that he's not going to play. It just seemed to me. I don't think he has enough time to.
Well, they didn't say. Yeah, he just said that they're still waiting to reevaluate or whatever. So
we go 5D. We let Nason nip in, and we're good. We're fine. We can handle this.
McDermott play some defense. We could have thrown him in there.
He was a defenseman. I don't know. Like, if he can't go, Luke has a long history of playing on the right side at Michigan, so he's definitely.
Thank God he got all those preseason games.
Oh yeah. Good thing he's gotten in the lineup and actually he's gotten reps.
I said it when we found it right after the game. We found out that when Pesci got hurt, we did a show, and I said, "Man, if Luke had just held out one more day, he probably would have got $11 million." Oh, how bad do you need me?
He's like, "Oh, you guys really need me now."
Yeah, I think the price just went up.
Speaking of Luke,
yeah.
I did miss a couple of shows, right, with my travels and all that. So, simple question. Take it any way that you want to take it, but simply put, does Luke Hughes live up to his contract in year one?
Oh, in year one, okay.
Year one, this year, $9 million player. Does he
okay,
live
so
up to
you'd have to say he has to either be level or exceed what Dougie Hamilton does?
You may expand upon it any way that you want. We know that he's getting kind of $9 million up front, that he doesn't maybe quite reach that earning level yet, but what's it going to look like in the back end?
All right. That's
Will
the thing,
he live up to his contract this year?
It's kind of hard to, like, if he doesn't have a great year, I'm not going to be one of those people that's like, we paid this fucking guy $9 million, because I believe that in the long term, he's going to be well worth it. And 3 or 4 years from now, people are going to be talking about the great value the Luke Hughes contract is. And I believe that. I think he will be that good. So, but I would say Dougie makes the same amount of money. So let's see who's better this year.
So you're saying
I'm saying better than Dougie.
Okay. If you're saying better than Dougie, then that's a yes.
But what does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, because it's like
play 10 games because
it's if it's points wise, so much of that is dependent on what does wind up in that power play one quarterback.
You can't do it that way.
Okay,
maybe eye test, I guess.
Let's make it simple. The 2 highest paid players on this team make $9 million a year. Will he be one of your 2 best players this year?
On defense, yes.
Okay.
Yes. He will be our best defenseman this year.
Okay. Wow. Nice confidence.
I firmly believe that he finally puts that kind of toolkit together into a consistent great season.
And I think there's some confidence that he has gained now. Like, it kind of seems like he wasn't willing to really kind of, I don't know if I'm making sense with this. Like, I feel like there was a lot more to Luke that's untapped that he just hasn't gotten to yet, or he's kind of, now I think he's kind of ready to. He got paid. You know that this team is behind you. They're committed to you. They expect a lot from you. I think Luke's going to tear it up this year.
Yes.
Yeah,
I spent $9 million by my company, and now I work 24 hours a day, proving that I'm worth it.
Well, I mean,
I'd go get a Rolex and a Lamborghini and tell them to go fuck themselves. That's the difference between me and you, Bob.
I just like throw him a fucking 8-ball of Coke through the window of the Lamborghini.
What was it?
The
guy's like, what would you do if you won the lottery? Cocaine and hookers.
Yeah, probably.
That's not, it is. I think we all understand, there is a production wise is contingent on his power play. He had 22 points in the last 22 games. If he gets that power play one time, his production could be fucking 82 points. Could be a point per game guy. Because 18 of those 22 points, I'm pretty sure it's 18 were power play points. Yeah. However, if he does not and is the power play 2 guy, that's obviously going to affect his production. So do we see strides defensively where he is better at zone exits and puck retrievals and moving the puck through? And are we seeing him take advantage of his skating on a daily game in, game out basis where he's blowing through the neutral zone past everybody? On a daily basis. Like, are we seeing that impact game to game where it's like, this motherfucker should be making $9 million? Is he at the top of those game score charts every game?
Okay, well, the real thing, Bob, you asked us, what do you think?
Well, I mean, listen, I'm definitely think he's poised to have a very good year. I struggle with the fact of saying, is he almost worth double the value of what a Pesci brings you? Almost. Doesn't quite mathematically work out. Is he almost worth triple the value of like what a Siegenthaler brings you? And I know they're different roles. I'm just saying, like, when you put it in that context, it's like, holy shit, dude, you've really been given kind of the keys to the kingdom here. Like, you're the next thing. Go do it. I would say, at least statistically, probably doesn't come in at a $9 million value this year. That's how I would put it. I mean, look at Jack Hughes. Jack makes less than that. Jack could have 100-point season, and we go, yeah, Jack, reach that. So I don't think he's quite going to be there. I have no doubt that he's going to earn the value of this contract and more by the time it's all said and done. Just in a nutshell, or in an isolated 1 year, he's probably not a $9 million player.
And kind of sucks that Pesci is going to be, well, we don't know, but it looks like he might be out for a bit. Like, I love those guys together as far as like
they just don't get to start together, do they?
In my head, no, right? In my head, like they hang out and they get ice cream together and they share it and they have late night talks on the phone and shit like that. Like in my head, that's their relationship. So I'm kind of bummed about Pesci not.
I think at this point now, Pesci grabs the ice cream and he smushes on Luke's head. He's like, "Fuck off, kid! Take your money, get the hell out of here."
I want to show you guys something actually that I've just pulled off my phone from the Athletic.
If you add something on it now,
that's fine. Don't worry about it. It's like it's any fucking different.
Anyway. On the edge.
Right. What are you sharing?
Yep, there it is.
No.
I don't see anything.
Nope.
Moving on the edge. Hang on. Why didn't this go to me?
Yep.
Fuck it.
All right. Just tell us what it was, or save it for next show.
All right.
It's getting late anyway.
So the Athletic does, they have the offensive rating and defensive rating and total rating. So they have like a nice little chart basically that outlines every single player on the Devils, what their offensive rating is, defensive rating, and total rating, and where kind of the Devils rank in the league. So I will just read off of this then, and it gives and I get it's very analytically based, but I think it's kind of a generally good proxy for where our team sits. I kind of agree with a lot of this. Basically, and the plus minus is league average, I think. Okay. So offensively, our overall team is ranked 9th by them at plus 10.7. I don't know what the number actually represents. Defensively, plus 3.9. We're actually ranked 15th. And then our total ranking is those two numbers together, so 14.5. So total ranking, the Devils are ranked 11th amongst all teams, which is kind of right where we sort of have them,
closer to the upper tier-ish, but not quite the top 3.
Yeah, and if everything goes right, it could well exceed that, and if everything goes wrong, it could go fucking into the toilet.
I mean, we did the exercise once. I think it was Tim and I when we just went through every team. Are the Devils better than blank? No. Devils ended up 10th. Oh, you were? Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
We landed right there. Yep.
Yeah, Devils ended up 10th. So yeah.
Top.
So in terms of like Dougie versus Luke, like Dougie's offensive rating is plus 8.4, but his defensive rating is minus 2.6. Luke's offensive rating is plus 4.4. His defensive rating is minus 1.5. So Dougie's total rating is plus 5.8. Luke's is plus 2.9. So basically, this is saying that Dougie's twice as valuable as Luke, basically.
Well, Luke plays twice the amount of games, though.
Fair, but like I know when they do this is the same place that said Jack is the most valuable contract in the league. It's like, no, it's not. This is also Jonas Siegenthaler, to your point, as minus 4.2 offensive rating and a plus 4.8 defensive rating. So, it's where is the value coming from and what does value actually mean? And now in the new kind of cap circumstance, it's just like, or the cap environment, it's just like, what does worth mean? It's this existential question. It's like, what do you mean? What is he worth?
Well, because it's
meant to make thought, yes.
And back in the day, these guys, when they went to free agency, they were in their 30s. You were paying for what they had done. It's different now. You're paying for what you're projecting these guys to do, what you think they're going to become. So, because with the cap going up, you got to look for 7 years. I mean, I don't know every contract, but as far as values go, like to me, they said Jack's was the most valuable contract. Like I would think Quinn's is much more valuable than Jack's.
Yeah, Jax is constantly cited as the most valuable. Jack's offensive numbers are fucking preposterous when he's on the ice.
Norris Trophy winner for what Quinn gets, like that's pretty good too.
Jax is still more valuable. It's a place trying to assign a number to one thing, and there are a lot more variables, but they do probably the best job to try and parse out what actual value is.
And that's the other thing. Like if Timo Meier has 55 points this year, but he's integral in, the playoffs as far, and helps his team go and win a Stanley Cup and is that beast in the play, or let's just say, is he worth $9 million? Yeah, even though he's only a 50-point guy in the regular season, he's Claude Lemieux then. But like, what is the value? Where does it go? It's also a team sport, it's how are these guys going to play together? And so, I mean, I guess this year, if the team does good, Luke does good, yeah, I'd say sure, he's worth $9 million.
If the Devils steamroll the league, finish top of the Metro, make it deeper in the playoffs, I do not give a fuck about what each individual guy does or did not do.
Exactly. And Bobby, it sounds like you're a little nervous about Luke getting
the
keys to the castle.
No. I'm not. I think long-term, this is absolutely the right thing to do. I just wanted to put it in that context just to kind of get that thought going, because I know where you go when you get a question like that, how many other variables come in. That's why I was just trying to say, take it as you want. In this context, is it worth it? Now, I had heard as well, and forgive me if you guys spoke about it on the show after it was announced, that they were having a hard time coming to the annual average value, and that it wasn't until they went to the 7th year where they got to the agreement. So it was more like the total package value, which makes me believe that, in fact, they were probably looking for something that averaged out to like a $10 million a year, as an example. But the only way to get to that total number was to make it 7, which brings the value down to 9 a year. And if that's the case, again, it's just $1 million a year was where this where they wanted this to go.
You can't blame the guy for trying, right? You can't hold that against him.
Yeah.
Say he tried.
But
that's true. He did want 6 years, and they had to agreed to tack on the 7th to exactly what you said. Yeah,
and I think that might have something to do with age as well, because if you project out that 7 years, then he's turning 29. If you put that 8th year, he's turning 30, where suddenly, that's just like this magic number. It's that here comes the oldest player in the league. 29. It's a miracle that he's still alive. He's 32.
It's such a fucking antiquated train of thought. Like
it really is. Like look
all
at half
over the fucking league in their 30s. Like
Crosby, Marchand, Doughty, Josie, Bobrovsky, Markstrom, Allen. These guys are turning it up.
An agent is always going to sell on. This could. What if it's his last contract? He can get old. He can get hurt. He can do it. Like they're always going to do that.
Sure.
Yes, but the funniest part about this whole contract is everybody's like, "Oh, now he makes more than his brothers. Now he makes more than his brothers."
Yeah,
but 7 times 9 is 63.
Yep.
And 8 times 8 is 64. So Jack still made $1 million more than Luke did.
Yep.
That's one way of looking at it. Yes.
That's the
Bob, you'll appreciate this calculation too, of being the percentage numbers guy.
Yes.
So when Quinn signed his deal in 21-22, it was 9.6% of the cap.
Okay, respectable.
Luke's deal is 9.4% of the cap.
Okay. And Jack's? Slightly less.
We don't talk about Jack's.
What
Jack's on a 5-year deal. We don't need to talk about Jack.
All right.
I don't, honestly, I didn't do that number. I don't know what it is.
So when you look at it that way, with the skill set of a guy like Luke Hughes and what is his potential, 10% of this cap is definitely fair, and it will be less than 10% of the cap in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Ergo, a steal or whatever they'll like to call
it. A contract.
Which is not true, by the way. It's not a freaking steal. Contract is, this is what the landscape was today.
Yeah.
And you make your decision based on that. So I hate hearing it's a steal. My house is worth $300,000 more than it was when I bought it. I don't agree with that. It should be, but that's what they tell me it is. You know what I mean?
Well,
for that much.
The tax assessor tells you that, and then the real estate agent doesn't tell you that. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna wrap this thing up. It's getting a little bit late. This was fun. This is a good conversation, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us late night. For the guys on the East Coast, I know it's like 9 o'clock or 9.
Yeah, I have my bedtime reminder set for 11:15, and my phone just went off.
You're late. You better hurry up and go brush your teeth. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. We are going to wrap this thing up. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe, the like button. We really do appreciate it. And if you are listening wherever we're available, wherever you get a podcast, you can hit the like, give us a 5-star review, subscribe, download. Helps the little podcast that could. I guess that's about it. I'm Chris. We're Bob and Tim. We are the Uncle Puckers, and we'll see you when we see you.
Fuck you, Steve.
Man, I gotta set this thing up better.
Are you whacking your weed?
It's over, Johnny. It's over.
And a little nostalgic Puckers